Hello and welcome to My Trans Best Friend, the podcast where me, Lily, your trans best friend, hangs out with you and does all sorts of weird and cool stuff. Today is a very special episode for a multitude of different reasons. Reason number one, we have Mr. Timothy Dubush here. Welcome, Timothy. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing really well.
Incredible. I'm glad you're here. And number two, we're also recording this episode live. And if you want to listen to this episode live, you could be right now. There's a whole bunch of people watching this live. That's not me or Timothy. We've got Shelby, Ollie, Nicole, Mackenzie, Kelsey, Kath, Jesse, Fiona, Dakota, Dawn, Chelsea, Ashlyn, Michelle, and did I say Liz? Maybe she came and left. But regardless, all those people are watching live, and you could watch live if you join Lily's Lovelies on Patreon. You could join the ranks of the Lily's Lovelies elite, like Caitlin, like Dakota, like recently Felicity joined the elites. We now have 3 elites. It's crazy. People joining at the high tier, making this all possible. We'd love to see it. Yeah, so thank you to everyone who's a Lily's Lovely, and especially our elites. Another reason this is a particularly special episode. I think I didn't say patreon.com/LilyTino. That's the way you could be watching this live, right? I didn't say that. Yes, join the Patreon. Anyways, another reason this is a special episode is because Tim and I are doing something we haven't done in a long time. We are, look, it's no secret. We're nerds. If you're listening to this, there's a good chance you're also a nerd. And we love that. We love that for you. Tim, do you want to give a little bit of? Are you still getting all your stuff together, or?
I feel like I'm in a good spot. I'm in a good place right now. I feel like I've done what I needed to do to get myself to the point. The sound is recording. I think that was the most important part.
Sound is recording. Good. We like recording sound. So I'm going to say something, and if you listen to this podcast, if you're a casual listener, I want you to hold on tight. Okay, I'm going to say a series of letters that might be a little bit scary. You might have some preconceived notions. That's okay. Just hold on to your seat. Click in that seatbelt. Tim and I are going to play a game together today. The game is called D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. Now, before you say, oh, no. Look, I like Lily. I'm not into the D and the D. I want the nerds and the flaming hot Cheetos and the mouth. No. This is a gay pirate adventure, everyone. This is what we're doing. If you're down for a gay pirate adventure, you're down for this. Okay, so that's what we're doing here. There's not going to be any like crazy rules you need to worry about. We're going to explain it all as we go. If you like the idea of a gay pirate adventure, that's all you need to sign. If you don't like the idea of a gay pirate adventure, then I actually do encourage you. What the heck are you listening to this podcast for? Okay, now we've weeded out all the people who don't like gay pirate adventures. Goodbye. Good start. Timothy, would you like to give us a little? Well, actually, but before I cut you in here, Tim. Lily's into the D, but not into the D. Well, I'm into the GD, the girl D, if that makes sense. But so the way that this gay pirate adventure works is that Timothy is going to be kind of like the storyteller role, where and Timothy will talk about it in a moment. But Timothy has created this world. This is all original, homebrewed Timothy content that no one has ever experienced before. This is the first time ever that the world has heard of this. Okay, so normally there's a lot more people involved with games like this, but today it's just me and Tim. And look, Tim and I have known each other for 20 years roughly, so we know each other. Okay, I'm excited to do this. If you're in the chat, please feel free to live tweet this episode in the chat. Tell me what you think I should do, right? All I know is that my character is named Muffy Zest. I'm a baker, I have a girlfriend, and I believe a muffin shop, and that's it. Tim's going to take us on an adventure from there, a gay pirate adventure. Tim, do you have anything to add to that? You want to give us any preface here? Preface?
Um, I mean, I feel like you did it pretty well. Yeah, I mean, gay pirate adventure is pretty much the gist of it. It's going to take place in sort of a islandy pirate world where there's going to be different groups of pirates and different magical beings that exist in this world. So it certainly plays off of a lot of that fantasy genre that D&D is known for. So it'll have a lot of those similar tropes, but most importantly, it's gonna be fun, and that's the key. Is it's gonna be fun, and there are gonna be a lot of great characters that are a part of this. Um, I think the most important thing is that everything is made up and the rules don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like the truth of it. Not to steal from Who's line, but um, we're gonna have a lot of fun. There are gonna be a lot of like I'll be asking for certain things or certain dice rolls that ultimately all they do is just help us move our story forward. Because at the end of the day, that's all we're doing here. It's just telling a story, and so I'm very excited about that part of it. In terms of anything else about the world, not really. You'll figure it out as we go. So
Cool.
that being said.
Sorry, I'm corralling my sea dog Nugget.
No.
I think he's barking at nothing. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here.
I'm not
Don't
sure
you want to
where
be
you
a
wanna
part of the gay
start,
pirate
really.
adventure? Come here. Come here.
Warming my dice up. Get it all warm.
There we go.
Oh, here. Okay, I'll give you some basics. Okay, so the island world in which our story will take place is the island world of Carib. It's called Carib, very reminiscent of another sort of part of the regular world that we live in. But this is a fantasy world, so I've named it Carib. And it is made up of a series of larger and smaller islands that all kind of surround the world. And they float around, not float, sorry, float in the water, I guess, but they all exist around this giant storm that's in the center of this world, known as the Tempest. All right, so that's a little bit about the world. Yes. And there are several different cultures and civilizations that live around this world, and we will meet those as the story goes on. But to start, we're going to be starting in sort of the main piratey area, similar to if you've ever watched Pirates of the Caribbean, the city of Tortuga. This is where our story is going to start. It's going to start in a city called Smuggler's Refuge. That's the name of the city. So we'll start there. But Lily, I don't know how you want to kick this off. So,
well, maybe you can tell me where it would make sense to start, and I can give you some flavor of what I'm up to.
Why don't we start with just your character? Let's start with let's give everybody an understanding of who Muffy Zest is in terms of maybe how they look, how who they are, kind of where they come from, a little bit of the backstory of Muffy Zest, and then we're just gonna get Muffy right into her day.
Sure. So Muffy is my character. She is a baker by trade, specifically a pastry chef. She likes to make muffins. She likes to make croissants. She likes to make a pain au chocolat, a torte de fruits. Oui, oui, oui. Muffy Zest is an orphan, but an orphan that kind of had a good go of it. She doesn't know who her family is, but she was taken in at a young age by a pair of pastry chefs, bakers, who raised her and ultimately passed their trade on to her. And yeah, I mean, Muffy is kind of like a chaotic gay lady who likes to bake things and maybe moves a little too fast sometimes for her own good, but generally like a kind-hearted, not that I'm pulling anything from myself, chaotic gay but still kind. No clue where that came from. But yeah, she's got a girlfriend, and her girlfriend, I think, helps out with her shop sometimes. Muffy's specialties are muffins, specifically a lemon poppy seed muffin. That's kind of the thing that she's known for.
It's
And
good to know.
yeah, she exists in Tortuga, slinging them muffins, and generally leading a relatively peaceful life. I mean, Tortuga can be a little bit tough sometimes.
Smuggler's Refuge. Sorry to
Excuse
interrupt you.
me. Smuggler's Refuge can be a little rough sometimes. So, here and there, she's had to hold her own if, maybe she's gotten mugged here and there. But, she's not like out there trying to, win battle contests or anything. But, when it comes down to it, she can wield her baking pins, and, put a dent in something if she has to, and that's Muffy.
What is Muffy wearing? How does Muffy look?
Muffy's
Visually.
5'4". She has dark curly hair. She's athletic, but she has very like large legs, almost as if she bikes a lot. But really, she's just on her feet all day, baking. Um, she has a very like cute style, kind of like she wears the apron and stuff, but she has like a crocheted apron. It's like pink and white. She's got a pair of Dr. Martens, which I believe is the boot of the
Yes.
official boot that they have there.
Right. One of the many boot makers in
Yeah,
Smuggler's Refuge.
exactly. And she has we'll just say a septum piercing and 2 nostril piercings, and she likes dangly earrings and chokers.
I love it. I love it. All right. So for you all, that is Muffy Zest, and Muffy Zest will be our protagonist for this story as we move forward. So, shall we?
Michelle.
All right. First opening chapter is called Muffy Goes to Work.
Yes.
As the morning sun gently rises over Smuggler's Refuge, its soft rays cast a warm glow upon the bustling city streets. Muffy Zest, a skilled baker, strolls through the lively thoroughfare, their footfalls echoing against the cobblestone paths. The aroma of freshly baked goods wafts in the air, a delightful mixture of sweet pastries, savory breads, and rich coffee from nearby taverns.
Mm.
A soft murmur of conversations and the clinking of dishes from early rising sailors enjoying their breakfast at open air eateries adds to the cheerful ambiance. Colorful market stalls line the sides of the streets, vendors displaying their wares, their vivid fruits, vibrant flowers attracting the attention of every passerby. Occasionally, a laugh or a call of greeting can be heard as the residents of Smuggler's Refuge begin their day with a sense of camaraderie and community. As Muffy nears Hornswoggler's Hill, the district where her bakery is located, the distinctive scent of salty sea air mixes and mingles with the delectable fragrance of Muffy's bakery, creating a comforting and familiar aroma that welcomes Muffy to another day of baking delights and spreading joy throughout the art of muffin making. A friendly voice calls out to Muffy. Muffy! Muffy!
Yes.
You look over. There's a sort of moss-colored half-orc with a thick black braid sweeping the street. They're wearing brown pantaloons and simply just a red vest. Pantaloons and a red vest. You know this to be the of course very friendly street sweeper who sweeps many streets throughout Smuggler's Refuge, named Bellrim. Bellrim. Muffy, today's the big day, right? Big day.
Yeah. Today's the big day.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I've been moving so fast. Can you remind me why today's the big day?
Oh, yeah. The critic from the newspapers coming to review your bakery. Today's the day, right?
Right. Oh my God, I totally remembered that. and was not just like going about my day at all, forgetting that I had that food critic coming today. And which means I don't need to say thank you so much for reminding me. Oh my God.
He walks over to you. You know, he's kind of stops sweeping what he's doing, and he pats you on the shoulder. He says, "You're gonna do great."
Hi. But this is like the big one, right? Like, what if he doesn't like my muffins?
Yeah. He will. He will. Everybody likes your muffins. He'll love your muffins.
Okay. Okay. Should I do lemon poppy seed? What do you think I should do?
Mm,
I mean, lemon poppy
do
seed is the original, but I mean, I could do chocolate chip. Maybe he's more of a chocolate guy. Do you know?
don't I don't really read, so I can't really read any
Right.
newspapers.
I forgot that about you, Bellrum. You don't really
So
read, do you? Okay.
uh, but you know what? Do what your heart tells you to do. That's what I always do.
Okay. Got it. I'll try to listen to my heart.
All right. Well,
Okay,
good
all right,
luck.
Bellum.
He goes,
I like
he goes,
make
"I
my
can see
way.
you
I
streets."
totally forgot that this person was coming today, and just like full on sprint towards the bakery.
Okay, so as you start making your way over to the bakery in a quick manner, the exterior of your bakery boasts a quaint and inviting facade constructed in the characteristic architecture of the city. The building's stonework is adorned with wooden accents and a large wooden sign swinging gently in the breeze, proudly displaying the name of the bakery, which you can change if you want, but I already gave you one. Muffins and more.
Muffins and more.
Does
M&M.
that sound about right? Does
M&M,
that
baby.
sound like what you had in mind? I hope
That's
so.
what I had in mind. Yes.
Colorful flower boxes grace the windows, adding a touch of vibrant charm to the bakery's exterior. Muffy, pull out your d20. We're gonna roll. First roll of the day, everybody. Give it
Chat,
a
what do
round
we
of
think?
applause. Give it a
Should we
round
do
of
the first
applause.
roll of the campaign with the rose quartz or with the transgender flag dice? What do we think, y'all? These are the options. If you're watching on the video, you'll be able to see. Any ideas?
Also, thank you for all the love in the chat, y'all. You guys are great. Thank you.
Yeah, we love y'all. Ollie says trans, Fiona says rose. The next one is the tiebreaker. Ashlyn came in with
Ooh,
rose. All right.
Rose, love it. All right,
All
roll
right, I got my
perception.
d20.
You're gonna be rolling a perception check, please.
Okay, so I will roll a perception check. Get out my perception. My perception is a +1. I
Good
rolled
luck.
a 6.
You
Which means
rolled a
that
6.
my perception is 7
You
out
rolled
of
a
20
7.
for anyone who's curious for that. 7 out of
Out
20.
of 20. 7 out of 20. Now, what this is doing, just again, sorry, just to take it out of game for a second, this is determining the success or failure of whether Muffy has perceived something. Considering Muffy didn't roll so high, Muffy walks into her bakery and closes the door, getting to work.
Great. Yep, I walk
Oh,
right in,
fantastic.
head back to the back to start making some muffins.
Yeah, so stepping inside, the warmth of the bakery embraces visitors like a comforting hug. The interior is a cozy haven with wooden beams crisscrossing the ceiling and rustic wooden shelves displaying an array of freshly baked muffins, cakes, pastries, although these are from kind of the day before. The air is filled with a delightful aroma of cinnamon, vanilla, and warm dough. The walls are adorned with whimsical paintings of jovial bakers and scenes of culinary delights. A large display case at the center of the bakery showcases, of course, this is the showcase of where the day's muffins would go, neatly arranged in rows, and of course other edible treasures available to be savored. A soft glow of ambient light adds a nice welcoming atmosphere, inviting customers to stay and indulge in the mouth-watering treats. And of course, near the back of the bakery, an open kitchen can be seen, where Muffy, of course, does all of her baking with her team of her girlfriend when she is available. And of course, here there's a rhythmic clanking of metal utensils and the hum of the oven, and it creates this nice soothing symphony. And is just a very nice workspace for you, Muffy. So it is time for you to get to work, correct?
Yeah, I have a little record player. I'm assuming can I have yeah, I'd like to have a record player and put on just some like big band swing music, like the equivalent of like a Frank Sinatra type situation, but not Frank Sinatra. Right?
Yes, you have this. There's this arcane stone that you
Mm-hmm.
have that also is connected to this sort of large, sort of like phonograph style, like old record player, like I don't know what you call those, like trumpet
Yeah, they're like a
things.
little trumpet looking thing, big horn
It's
looking
hard.
thing.
Bighorn looking things, right? So you got one of those, and it's got this like arcane stone that's connected to it, and so you're able to kind of like shift around the arcane stone a little bit, kind of warm it up so that it gets moving again, get some of that arcane energy. Even though you yourself aren't like superly arcane inclined or magically inclined, this stone is something that you had purchased before. You're able to you're able to kind of like get it to the point where you can hear some old sort of upbeat, jazzy style tunes that are they start with like a drum beat, like a doom 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 doom, and like kind of get the day started for you in that way, in an energetic way.
Perfect.
What do you do next?
I throw on my crocheted apron. I get out a big bowl and I start mixing up the ingredients for the perfect lemon poppy muffin.
All right, so we're going to be making lemon poppy seed muffins.
Hmm.
I want you to go ahead and roll to make these muffins. We're going to see how they turn out. This
Okay.
is going to be, I think it just makes sense to do like I was going to do a sleight of hand roll. It makes sense to kind of just do like a dexterity roll. Let's just do a straight dexterity roll. This one, since you've made lemon poppy seed muffins a million times, I want you to roll
Hmm.
this one with advantage,
Okay.
please.
So I
It
take
means
two. I roll twice and I take the better of the two.
better of the two. Roll twice, take the better of the two.
Okay. I'm gonna use my trans dice and roll this one twice because the rose quartz was not a good opener. Ooh, that's a 16 and natural 20, baby.
Natural
Natural
20, everybody. All
20. That's
right.
the best you can do.
Best you
The
can
heart.
do.
And
All
it's a
right.
heart too with this particular dice. It's a heart.
Love it. You work tirelessly,
Mm.
whipping the batter in the bowl like you've never whipped it before. It is this beautiful golden color, and those
Mm.
little black distinctive poppy seeds really stick out of it. You've
Mm.
squeezed lemons, and it's like, since you're already got these like really decent sized arm muscles from like kneading dough and things like that in the past and working in a bakery. But like when you're like squeezing lemons, it's like you like take whole lemons, you just crush it in your hand, and like all the juice kind of like spills out into this like lemon poppy seed as you continue to whip it into the
Good.
batter. You
Good.
like perfectly. It's like not even like it's not even. I don't even know how you do it. I've never been able to replicate this. I've made muffins a million times, but like you are able to like get every single muffin paper like muffin cup, like
Mm.
no batter spilling out, no batter on the side, perfect
Mm.
dollops in the middle. You throw it in the oven. You sit there meticulously watching it. And it's not even like the time that it finally like ding, it's ready. It's like the smell. You like smell them to the point of perfection.
Mm.
Pull it out. You now have a tray of, I'm going to say, a dozen muffins, lemon poppy seed muffins, ready to go, perfectly made, the best batch you've ever made.
I I'm just like as I pull them out, I feel the relief of like, oh, thank God. I didn't mess it up today. We got it. Okay, we're good to go. This critic doesn't stand a chance. By the way, I look
Perfect.
around. Is my girlfriend? And what time is it? What is she coming? Do I know this?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay, well we'll go with this guy again. The trans dice. That's a 12.
12, you look out your window, you do not see your girlfriend yet. And
Hmm.
from your memory, you know that she had a few things to do this morning, so she probably wasn't going to be in until later. She said she had something special she was going to go do. That was kind of, she like left importantly to go
Hmm.
do that. But you don't see any sign of her out of your window currently, no.
Hmm. Okay, whatever. Cool. I'm sure she's having a great time.
What's next? Do you want to keep baking? Are you going to keep baking
Do
here?
I know what time this critic is coming?
You do not know what time this critic is coming.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm assuming, or in my shop, I bet I have like some tables, like a little, just a place where you can sit and enjoy. I want to take one of the tables, that is my favorite of the tables. Maybe the one that's got the best lighting, it's the quietest. It's just like, maybe the comfiest cushion in the chair. I want to section that off. I want to put like a little one of those like little red rope partition things around it. I want to run out and grab flowers in a vase and put it on that table. And I'll put it on all, but I'll get like the biggest bouquet and I'll put it on that table. I want to also make the music like a little bit of a Francais vibe, just so it's like more chill and less like big bandy. So that it's like such a vibe when this person eventually comes.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So you don't have any red nice velvet ropes right now in
Dang
your
it.
shop. That is just unfortunate that you don't, but you just don't. Do you have maybe something else that you would want to use in your bakery? Do you want to look for something maybe that you could use?
Yeah, do I have any like string that I might use to wrap a like what they used to
Yeah.
do beef Wellington kind
Yeah,
of
kitchen twine, certainly. You've
kitchen
got some kitchen
twine?
twine somewhere in there.
Okay.
Absolutely. So you take some kitchen twine, you kind of like haphazardly wrap it around these chairs, but it's enough to like clue people into the idea that this is a saved
Reserved.
seat, reserved. They're not gonna mess with it. At this point, maybe you've had like one, two customers kind of come in as well. They've bought in some of the pastries from yesterday. Somebody buys, their morning bread that they normally buy, that they always come in for. Flowers. You want to go get some flowers, correct?
Yes, I would like some flowers.
Okay.
I would also like to maybe get some nice coffee. I would imagine we have coffee being brewed. I want to put on a nice pot of coffee as well.
Absolutely. So you're gonna have to head out of your shop. Are you gonna close up shop?
Yeah, briefly, like a back in 10 type sign.
You throw up the back in 10 sign. While you go out, since you had it already on your mind, you kind of switch the music back from that big band sort of deal to like some sort of like cafe vibe. It's really
Hmm.
nice and French. It's got a little bit of accordion in the background. It's very, very got that like hints of that sea shanty in there, but very slow, very melodic, very beautiful. You
Hmm.
hit that as you go. All right, and you decide to head out. Luckily, you are in Hornswoggler's Hill, which is the district known for all of its business.
Sure.
You are going to go head to the market. That's it's namely. I'm sorry, I don't know the word for it. Never mind. It's going to be called Hornswoggler's Hill. That's the name of the market as well. So it's
Okay.
like eponymous. You know the word. Somebody can say it. Somebody knows it. All right. So you're on your way there. You see a bunch of very colorful stalls. You walk up the hill. It's a physical hill. You walk up just the natural stone steps to the side. The market is pretty bustling at this point. And there's every array of seller vendor there. You've got
Hmm.
weapons vendors, armor vendors. You've got flower vendors, food vendors. Trinket vendors, book vendors. I mean, everybody you can find. You, of course, know that there is a flower vendor on the opposite side of Hornswoggler's Hill.
Hmm.
So you're going to make your way over to that. You do, and you find Ellum. He sees you. Muffy! Good to see you.
Ellum.
Good to see you.
Hey,
Hey, wow, I haven't seen you in quite some time. How are you?
my favorite flower vendor. How are you, my
Oh,
friend? Good to see you.
I'm doing quite well. Thank you so much. I mean, I've seen that the flower boxes in front of your bakery are just absolutely pristine and beautiful. You've been keeping them up very nicely with the flowers that I gave you. Very nice.
Yes,
Are,
look,
are
it's
you
all
looking for
about the
something
vibe.
different?
Here, you can help guide my hand, Ellum. I have a food critic coming in today, anytime now, so I got to get back soon. But I just want the most like relaxing, comfy, peaceful flowers you have that I could maybe put on the table to um, plus up their experience.
Wow. I'm so glad you came to me because I have some of the most fantastic flowers that I could have found at any time. Ah, yes, here. And he pulls out this beautiful bouquet. And it is all the same flowers. So it's just a bouquet of the same flowers. So it's all one, but it's got this nice lush green leaves coming off of it, and these very very beautiful dainty white flowers that are kind of
Mm.
like in the shape of like a star, like a kind of like a furled out star. They're jasmine. They're jasmine flowers. They're very beautiful. And he says, "Here, smell these.
I take
You
a
smell them.
deep whiff.
Yes, you smell them, and it just fills you with this just calming sense. It's just this beautiful aroma." And he says, "These, I do think, if you put these in a little bit of water, vase, just dainty altogether, it'll be quite relaxing, quite beautiful."
You always know what to give me, Ellen. You never
Yes,
steered me wrong. Thank you.
certainly,
Thank you.
certainly. That'll be well for you. For normal people, of course, it'd be I'd give about 3 bouquets for 1 gold piece. But for you, if you'd like 3 bouquets, I could do that for 5 silver.
Oh, Ellen, that's so sweet of you. I would love 3 bouquets.
All right, 3 bouquets, and these are 3 bouquets would probably be enough to like get on all the tables,
Perfect.
but specifically that one table. All right, so mark off that 5 silver for yourself.
Okay.
Definitely keep track of your money.
I got it. Yep. We
Thank you.
have. Oh, wait. I want to take 5 silver. Remove. Okay. We're good.
All right. So, anything else?
I think we're good. I think I'm good. I got to get back. Thank you, though.
Absolutely. And of course, you know that I do have carry those beautiful little edible flowers as well. If you ever need them, I know you don't need them right now, but if you ever need them, please come back again. I'd be happy to give them to you. In
Perfect.
fact,
I
you
will.
know what? In fact, I know you haven't bought them before. He takes a small sample, just kind of like a handful of like these edible flowers that he offers to you as well.
Thank you so much. Edible flowers. I'm pop one in my mouth right now. Thank you.
You're very welcome. How does it taste?
I don't know. Can I? How does it taste? Does it taste good? Can I roll to perceive how it tastes?
I mean, you're more than welcome to roll to perceive how it tastes.
Does it taste like flour? Was it like the sushi flour?
Why don't you go ahead and roll a perception check for me?
4.
It tastes like grass. Yeah, it's pretty grassy.
I say, "Oh, thank you, Ellen. That's great. Tastes good. Appreciate it." And I rush off.
Good. Did have a lovely day.
You too. You too. See ya.
Kind of weave your way now. At this point, you're weaving your way through the throngs of people that are in the Hornswogglers Hill Market. You get past the large sort of grouping of market stalls, walk down the natural stone steps, and you're back on kind of the side streets to your bakery.
Perfect.
Coffee. You were looking for coffee as well.
Mhm.
On the way back to your bakery, you look for the famous coffee roastery in town, which I swear I had prepared and ready to go for you, not like you wanted to find coffee at all. Also in the Hornswogglers Hill District, called Coffee Cove.
Coffee Cove.
You make your
We
way
all
over
know
to Coffee Cove. And it's a haven for coffee enthusiasts for looking for the finest blends and flavors. The exterior, of course, emanates this very welcoming charm. It's adorned with vibrant hues reminiscent of tropical landscapes against the stone walls. And of course, it is there's a charming wooden facade that has a hand-painted mural on it of coffee farms, cascading waterfalls, and tall mountains that immediately transports anyone passing by to the enchanting world of coffee. And then, of course, as you walk by, the scent of freshly roasted beans gently wafts through the air, enticing visitors to step inside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I am gonna step up to the barista and say, "Hi there. What roast would you recommend for a lemon poppy seed muffin pairing?"
So it is a pretty sophisticated, like in terms of it's a dwarf, and the
Mm,
dwarf has this like really sophisticated beard braiding going
mm.
on. Lemon poppy seed. Huh. Lemon poppy seed. Oh, I've got one. Just give me a second. And so, um, turns around, heads to the back for a second. Uh, peeks the head out. Will you be needing ground or whole beans?
Let's go ground because you're gonna make it right like as soon as I'm done here.
Okay, it's like 2 or 3 silver extra.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. It kind of goes back. Ah, oh, some of the finest, if I do say so. It's right here. Yeah, lemon poppy seed is known to have that nice citrusy lemon flavor, right?
Mm, mm.
I figured you'd pair citrus with citrus. This is a beautiful coffee blend I found. It's from the finest corners of Crag Coast, off of the volcanic regions over there, and it's got this nice orangey flavor. I think if you're sitting with the lemon on the undertones. You bring in a bit of orange over the top, and it'll be quite delicious for you. How do you feel about that one?
This is why Coffee Cove is the best. Thank
This
you.
is why Coffee Cove is the best. This is why you don't go to the other places in town.
No, no. Coffee, coffee, Crescent. Psh, your rival restaurant. Disgusting coffee there. Coffee Cove is the place. We all know.
Pieces of shit, if you do ask me.
That is their reputation. We know this.
Well, this coffee right here, this with the grinding, it comes out to seven silver pieces.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Mark off 7 silver on your character sheet.
Okay.
And when you do, you open it up and you do give it a whiff, and it does. It has like this distinct sort of chocolatey orange smell to it. It smells quite delicious. If you're a coffee connoisseur.
Perfect. I beeline it back to the bakery.
Yeah, I'd say at this point, unfortunately, 10 minutes is not how much has passed. I'd say about 30 minutes has passed. I'd say just in terms of like trying to hit those stops, it's been about 30 minutes.
Okay.
You get to the bakery, walk inside. What do you do?
I immediately I set down the coffee and the flowers on the counter behind the counter, and I put on the kettle, and I get out my glass pour over machine, and I start setting up the flowers on the table.
Okay, set up the flowers on the table. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check, please.
Hold on. I'm not feeling good about this. Okay, a 5.
You hear some like bubbling, and then you hear some like
What's this?
You look over and the coffee is starting to, or like the water is starting to bubble over of the pot there.
No. I try to like, take it off.
You go grab it quick enough, but it has kind of made a mess on the stove or on like the sort of fire that you were using to heat it up. It hasn't like burned any of the coffee because you were using a pour over machine. So I'll give you I know what that is at least. So, yeah, but you do have this kind of like overcooked water, it seems. Whatever that
is. Wait a second. Wait. Wait a second. Can we get a brief some lore on the water in this universe?
You have like a well done water now at this point.
Not no, well done water. No.
But you've made the most important part is that you've made a mess on your stove with water everywhere. Go ahead and pour over your coffee. Roll me another dexterity check.
Not well done water. It's gonna be disgusting now. What am I thinking? Well, luckily we've got a 21.
Okay, so great. That's so good for your coffee. You end up brewing some really, really nice coffee. You take time now that you've like saved the water from overcooking. You've now been able to.
Well, it's okay. Maybe the really food critic will like his water well done or their water well done.
You know, it just depends. It just depends. I wanted to retcon. I wanted you to roll me another perception check before coming into the restaurant or to the bakery.
Critical 1. That's the worst. Not only is that's worse. You cannot do worse. Like something catastrophically bad happens when you roll critical 1s out of 20.
I'm gonna say that the water overcooked is the bad thing that happened to you. Okay, well you walked through the door again. Close the door behind you.
Completely just not paying attention.
Okay. All right, you're putting the flowers on the table. You hear at the door, ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
I look back. Who is it?
It is a elderly halfling woman. She walks in.
I kind of try and take a deep breath. Do I know what the food critic looks like at all?
You do not.
Okay, well, I'm gonna kind of play it cool here. Of like, hi, what can I get for you today?
Hello.
Hi, hello.
How are you?
Welcome to Muffins and More.
Oh, you see this elderly halfling woman. She's got this dark gray hair. She's hunched over, and she wears this like lace shawl over her
Mm,
shoulders.
that's a lovely shawl you have.
Oh, thank you. That's very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it's great. What can
I
I get
heard
for you?
about your place, and I heard it was really good for the
Oh,
muffins.
thank you. I
I wanted
appreciate
to buy
that.
some
Sure,
muffins.
sure. What
Uh,
may I recommend the lemon poppy seed? It's my specialty. I'm Muffy.
oh, I'd love the lemon poppy seed.
Yeah, let me get you one here.
Yes,
I
yes,
go
that'd be
back.
great.
Would you like some coffee or anything to drink with that?
Sure.
Are you okay with well done coffee? Well done water?
Uh, shit. Oh, and on second thought, no.
I get that. I get that. No, I promise this muffin is gonna be so. You don't even need it here. I'll grab you a glass of fresh raw water. Uh,
Okay. Um. So, you go and get her a lemon poppy seed.
I get a
Now,
little plate. I put a little doily on the plate.
can I ask you,
Hmm.
is this lemon poppy seed from the 12 that you made this morning?
Hell yeah, it is.
Okay. She goes, grabs it, takes a very gummy bite because there's very few teeth. Takes a very gummy
I
bite and
like
is kind
stare at
of
her intensely while she eats it.
mashing it around in her gob there. A little bit kind of spittles out. This is the most delicious lemon poppy seed muffin I've ever had, she says to you.
Wow, I thank you. That means so much to me.
Yeah, I'd like to buy 11 more.
Perfect. Do I have 11 more or have I sold any of those?
No, you have what's left, which is 11 more. You have the exact amount that you made.
Perfect. Can I box those up for you? Or do you want
Yes, please. Yes,
Great.
please.
Yeah, I run and get like a little cute pink box and I put 11 muffins in there.
Okay, cool. She takes them. Oh, thank you. She puts them down on the counter. She turns to kind of her satchel to like dig out some cash. How much is that going to cost? Usually, what does it cost?
Um oh god, I don't know. I'm gonna lowball her just to be sure. I'm gonna say well, flowers cost 3 bouquets cost 5 silver to a gold. I'll just say 5 silver. How's that? 5 silver, please.
Oh, that's generous. She goes and digs through her bag. um, this is embarrassing. I don't have 5 silver. I only have two.
Oh, well, you know what? How about this? We've all been late before. I'll take the 2 silver now and come back another time and you can just pay a little extra for whatever you get next time.
Okay. Thank you. That's very nice.
Oh, no problem. We aim to please here at Muffins and More.
Very good. You are a nice person. Now, I heard that your shop is being reviewed today by a food critic.
Did you hear that? I had no idea.
Right? Oh, you didn't. Oh, well, hopefully I didn't spill the beans. Sorry.
Oh, are you the
Yeah.
food critic? Are you a food
No,
critic?
oh no, no. I'm an old lady.
Oh.
Um, but I know the food critic is.
Ah.
They're named Doctor Relish. I read their post. I read their column on the Pirate Post all the time.
Oh, good.
You have a
Great.
copy outside your restaurant.
Oh, I
It's
do?
in the flower box. Yeah.
Would you mind going to grab that for me really quick?
I'm a little old, but yeah.
Thank you.
Um,
While she's gone, I would like to sneak 2 muffins out of the takeaway and and remove them and put them out of sight.
okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. So she goes off. She kind of pedals off to the door, and she Ding ding ding. Opens the door out. Go ahead and roll me sleight of hand. I will say because her back is turned. Go ahead and roll me with advantage.
Okay, sleight of hand. I have a +3 here. This has been
Yeah.
rolling. It's been ups and downs, but I'm going to
So
use it.
roll twice. Take the highest of the two.
Oh no! I'm going to re-roll that. Even though
I'm gonna roll her perception check. Actually, while I got it.
So that would be a 15 with advantage.
You were so lucky. She rolled a 14. Okay. She walks back. You were able. You kind of flip open the box, kind of grab a couple, put them to the side, like out of sight, so she doesn't.
And when she returns, it's like, you know what? I was recounting the muffins, and it looks like I only have 9. But you know what? We'll call it even. 2 silver. Perfect. You don't even have to pay anything more when you come next time. You're good.
I didn't even have the money, so I was trying. Here's the pirate post. She hands you the newspaper.
Thank you. Here's your 9 muffins. I'll see you next time for sure, right?
Thank you. Good luck today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I'll take a glance at the pirate post to see what she's talking about with Dr. Relish.
I'm so glad you do. All right, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Okay. I have a +3 to investigation. That's a 17, so a 20.
So you start flipping through the pirate post. You're able to find it pretty quickly. It's a pretty well-known food column in the pirate post. It's written by a well-known food critic in the kind of Carib as a whole world, but specifically at a smuggler's refuge in the sort of larger island that you're a part of, known as the island of Isara, which there are a couple other cities besides smuggler's refuge on it, but it seems that that's where the food critic, Dr. Ismail Relish. Dr. Ismail Relish.
How do you spell that?
Ismeal. Ismail.
Ismail
Relish.
Okay. Got it.
Or
if you were to say it backwards, relishes meal?
Relish meal is, yes, doctor. And this is where Dr. Relish does most of his work, is in the island area. You find his column, Flavors of Carib. Would you like to read it?
I certainly would.
The title of this column, besides Flavors of Carib, that's just the generic, it's the regular title. But the title of the article specifically is called Roasted by Dr. Ismail Relish. It reads, "What good is there to say about a coffee roaster that only sources their beans from local farms? Very little believes this connoisseur of fine coffee brews. Drip and Drop, a local coffee roaster in the city of Meadow Rest, certainly misses the mark when it comes to variety and excellence in coffee. While other, more sophisticated coffee companies source beans from the exotic heights of Sandstone Mountain or the arid cliffs of Crag Coast, Drip and Drop thinks it's just enough to source locally. Oh, and how naive they are. If you'd like to simply wash over the tongues of ingrates and lowlifes, continue to roast and brew in the manner you do, Drip and Drop. Perhaps one day you'll be able to interact with the refined palates of the world. That's if this review doesn't sink you first."
I just have a pit in my stomach because am I familiar with Drip and Drop? Is that like a place in town?
Have you ever been to Meadow Rest before, the city?
How far is it?
It's about 2 days travel north.
I would say it's probably unlikely.
Okay. So no, you can just assume though that they're a local coffee shop, considering how it explained it in the article.
Okay. Well, I very much am scared and anxious and now hyper focused on making sure this guy has a good time so we do not get this bad review. Anything. I will ignore anything else today because this is my only goal.
All right.
Also, I would like to try and remake coffee if I can.
Go for it. Go for it this time with advantage, considering you're hyper focused. Just a dexterity roll for your overcooked water.
Okay, that is a 13.
A 13. Yeah, I'd
Mm-hmm.
say the coffee is a decent enough cup of coffee for a bakery. Let's say, like,
Yeah,
it's not like you're like a coffee roaster. It's not like you're brewing just like Drip and Drop were. So I'd say that ultimately you are able to make a successful cup of coffee that is ready to go. Okay.
perfect.
Cool. It is, you can keep it heated. It's in kind of a thermal sort of carafe that you have available, whatever sort of
It,
thermal properties we have in this world. I'm not really sure what those are, but
I mean, if water
what
can be overdone, anything is possible.
anything is possible. That's all
I
I'm
want to set.
saying.
I want to set up the flowers on the table. I want to sweep the shop. I want to just absolutely anything I can think of cleaning just so that it is immaculate when he steps through the door.
Sure. And you do. You're able to really like put out some nice glasses that have like that you can fill with water, put in the jasmine flowers. Looks very beautiful. You sweep up the shop super nicely. You get all of the flour off of the floor and any sort of crumbs or any sort of things
Mm.
that fall in between the booths. You are even able to kind of go in between the seats, where kind of like the seats meet in the back and the front. There's that little like crevice there that gets all the crumbs when you're in a restaurant that like you don't want to
Mm-hmm.
put your hand down in because you're afraid that you're going to get something, you're gonna catch something when you do, but you were able to get all that cleaned out, which hasn't maybe been cleaned out in a minute, but you did it. Your restaurant is looking, or your bakery is looking super nice, super duper nice. It's pretty.
Right.
Um, the thing is, you still have only two muffins left.
Mm. Do I have time? Can I like make another batch?
You have time to make another batch, absolutely.
Can I make a batch
By this
of
point, it's like, sorry, go ahead.
can I make like a 6 and 6, like 6 more lemon poppy and like 6 of another kind, just to be safe?
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. Six more poppy, six more of a lemon. At this point, it's probably about midday. Okay,
Okay.
probably gotten to midday so far. Go ahead and roll me. What did we do? Did we do a dexterity check with it? Yes, I think it was just a dexterity check for the
Okay.
muffins. So give me. I'm going to ask for two. The first one I want you to do with advantage because that's going to be the lemon poppy seed ones.
Yep. Yep.
What are you making for the second ones?
Um, I think if we have orange, I think an orange coffee plus a chocolate muffin would be good. So let's do chocolate chip.
All right, we're gonna, since it's simple, since you probably made them before, I'm gonna have you do. Why don't you do it all as one roll with advantage, please?
Okay.
Just one roll with advantage.
That is a unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Not as great as that first batch that you made
Sure.
of muffins, but not much worse at all. Like it just
Perfect.
almost just as good. Come out fresh, come out hot, come out piping. They're kind of, you set them out ready to cool, ready to go for Dr. Relish when Dr. Relish comes in. I'm gonna go kind of back a step here, and as you're making the muffins, so we know that they turn out great, but interruption happens while you're making the muffins.
Hmm.
Ding ling ling ling. You hear in the front of the shop. You look over. It's a familiar face.
Who is it?
This is your girlfriend, Adaya.
Adaya, girl, hi,
She walks
hello.
in with her red, long flowing hair, fair skin. She's wearing a white blouse with a frilly collar. She's got these fitted olive pants and some black boots.
Oh my God, you look so good today. I just want to jump your bones. I am so busy, but I want you to know how hot you are today. Hello.
Mm. Thank you. Hello.
Is everything okay?
I mean, I guess.
Can I roll an insight check to see if I think she's lying?
You may.
Okay. 10.
Everything's not okay. She's
Honey,
upset about something.
what's wrong? What happened? Did something happen to you? Did someone do something to you? Oh my God, what happened?
Oh, you could say that. You could
Oh
say that.
no. Who do I need to fight? You tell me. I'll go fight them right now. Whatever you need.
Oh, I don't think
I'll
you
go to
need to
war
fight.
for you.
I don't think you need to fight anyone Muffy, I don't think you need to fight anyone.
Okay.
Today's a very special day.
Yeah, did you hear there's a food critic coming? I had no idea.
See? Classic Muffy. All about the bakery. Do you know what day it is, even, Muffy? Do you even know what day it is?
Tuesday? What?
Roll a wisdom check for memory.
That's an unnatural one.
An unnatural one.
Yep.
You're oblivious to what day it is. Do you even
I don't.
know? You don't even know. You didn't even remember.
But it's. But look, I know that it's your birthday.
It's our anniversary, Muffy.
It's
It
it's
is
our
our It is our anniversary, Muffy. How dare you?
I'm so sorry, honey. I try to like approach her with like an apologetic hug.
No,
I
no, don't
I
even. I don't want
I
any of that right now. Look at what I even bought you. I told you this morning that I was going out to go get something special for you. I was going out to go get something special for you. She
I
whips
just
out
thought you
this
were gonna. Go ahead.
beautiful. It is like a beautiful like spatula with like a stone carved handle with Muffy zest like etched into the side of it. It is gorgeous. I mean, this is like the nicest spatula. She just slams it on the counter. You can have it.
No, but baby, I'm so sorry. I didn't.
Don't but
I
baby
I
me.
ju- I just as soon as I swear I would have remembered, but then Bellrum had reminded me about the food critic, and it's like, look, we gotta pay bills, and it just kind of took over, and I forgot, and I love you so much, and I'm so sorry. And as soon as this food critic is done, like, let's go out for dinner, and we'll um just give me another chance.
I don't even have any words right now, Muffy. I don't even have any words. I need time. I just need a second.
Adaya, don't.
I need a second. I need a second.
I
We'll talk later. Fine? We'll talk later.
I I'm sorry.
I know. I too. And she walks out and leaves. Ding-a-ling.
I just put my head down on the counter, collapse into myself, like, how could I be so stupid? I can't. Of course, it's our anniversary. Like, Muffy, what the heck, Muffy? Like, why? It's just, and I'm just kind of like beating myself up in my head a little bit for not remembering.
Yeah. Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Not now.
I am looking for muffins.
Yeah, we've got muffins. Come in. Come in.
Oh,
What do you
thanks.
want? Hi. Yes, we
So,
have.
moving forward, you, of course, just now in a very sullen mood, have to go about your business. That was a pretty quick conversation as she kind of like walked off. Um, you now have a couple more customers that you've had to deal with, but not yourself, right? Just like pretty dejected from that, uh, you know, potential or from that situation. Um, as the midday grows into sort of the mid-afternoon now. Still no sign of Dr. Relish here.
Okay.
Go
Well,
ahead and roll a perception. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, 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 no. No, that was just kind of like, well, I will roll perception.
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
That is a 18.
So customers have kind of died off at this point for a second, and you're just kind of like hands on the counter like this, just kind of like thinking about your day, waiting. You got the anxiety of Dr. Relish coming. You've got the anxiety of that potential conversation or that conversation with Adaya later on. It's just rough. But with an 18, you look down kind of the pathway down the road outside of the windows of the restaurant. You see a group sort of moving your way. They look official From a distance, you can kind of see a distinctive blue color on their coats. They're all wearing sort of tricorn hats. You can kind of make out their sabers that they have at their waists. They're not walking in like formation per se, but they're together in an official looking formation way. Um,
Do they look like food
yeah.
critics? Do they look
Not
like they've
exactly.
got? Do they look more like soldiers than food critics?
Yeah, they've got a soldier-esque vibe to them. I wouldn't say they're soldiers, but they've got soldier-esque vibe to them
Have
for
I
sure.
seen these men before? Do I know who they are?
I'm gonna have you roll a history check with an advantage, just because you're from Smuggler's Refuge, but this should be able to clue you into it, hopefully.
If I rolled that other because it was cocked. There we go. Okay, 13.
13. From being from Smuggler's Refuge, and this is a quick little lore note, not too deep. Smuggler's Refuge is governed by a group of pirates known as the Stormfang Buccaneers. They're part of a larger umbrella sort of pirate faction, but ultimately they're the ones who govern the city. They take care of the infrastructure. They take care of the defenses. They take care of local security, that sort of stuff. They wear distinctive blue coats, from their guards that stand at the city gates to the officers to the many captains and barony that run their ships and run their fleets and whatnot. They wear those distinctive blue coats, so you know this to be a group of Stormfang Buccaneers that are walking sort of in the direction of your bakery.
Okay. I kind of tense up a little bit, wondering if they're headed to the shop or just passing by.
With a 13, and also as a shop owner, you also know that the way that they make partly the way that they make their money to keep up with infrastructure in the city, defense, things like that, is by collecting a sort of tax, a sort of tribute from local businesses. And in recent times that happens like once per season. There are about 2 seasons in a year, and that happens once per season. I believe you already paid your first one, so just heads up there. You've already paid your first one. They walk closer. They get closer to your bakery.
Okay. I'm watching them like a hawk.
They get to your door.
Okay. Are they going to come in?
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Fuck. Okay.
As the bakery door swings open, a chilling gust of wind rushes in, carrying the heavy footsteps of the Stormfang Buccaneers. Clad in their signature blue coats, weathered leather, and adorned with symbols of their faction, the Buccaneers fill the small space with their imposing presence.
Hey,
The
friends.
flickering lantern light casts eerie shadows on their fierce expressions as they stand tall. The air is charged with tension as they approach you, Muffy, their eyes fixed with steely determination. The clinking of their weaponry and footfalls on the wooden floor resonate throughout the bakery, a stark contrast to the warm and welcoming sort of French cafe music that the atmosphere once exuded. It becomes evident that this is not a mere social call. Out of the group, a strong human woman who's also dressed in the the characteristic blue coat, wearing that uniform and a hat. She's got a cavalier hat, sort of a flat brimmed around her head with a nice feather coming out of it. She walks out. Good day, Miss Zest.
Hi. I don't know if I've had the pleasure. Welcome to Muffins
Captain.
and
Oh, sorry.
Welcome to Muffins and More.
Well, thank you for the kind welcome. My name is Captain Bish. I've been in town for quite some time.
Captain Bish. Hi.
Yes, Captain Bish. Yes. Hello.
How can I help you, Captain?
Well, it's funny you should say that. We are in need of some help. As you see, I believe the time has come to collect tribute for the Stormfang Buccaneers. And we have come to do so.
Oh, Don't even worry about it. I already paid. I already paid my first installment. We're already settled. I appreciate it.
Ah, well, you see, Miss Zest, times have changed. Smuggler's Refuge has become less safe over many years, and population has grown in the area. And we, the Stormfang Buccaneers, are asking for a bit more from our business owners and our in terms of their loyalty to the Stormfang Buccaneers and, of course, the Fire Court. Um, Perhaps you might be aware of that, correct?
Well, certainly no one is more loyal to the Stormfang fu- Buccaneers than me, Captain Bish. Um, what can I must have heard? Maybe I misread. What is the new tith type?
Yes. Well, the tribute that we are asking, of course, for all of our business owners and many of our residences, 75 gold pieces. Although, considering you were also late last month, um, be an extra 5 gold for the late fee, bringing it to 80 gold pieces.
Was I late last month? Do I remember being late last month?
Go ahead and roll a wisdom check.
Natural 20.
They didn't come by. They
They didn't come by?
didn't come by.
You mean I never paid?
They did. You didn't know you had to.
Oh. Okay. Um, I am just like freaking the frick out inside. I'm gonna try and play this cool. Captain Bish, totally hear ya. Can I get that to you tomorrow? Cause I didn't realize that was 80.
Mm.
Can we settle up tomorrow? Is that possible?
Yes. Hard times. I understand, of course.
Yeah, you
It's
got
hard
it.
times for all of us out there, which is why, of course, we're asking for tribute in the way we are. But I do, of course, understand. Now, Miss Zest, I cannot stress the importance of this tribute enough, and I behoove you to make sure that you have that 80 gold by tomorrow morning. 24 hours.
Not a problem.
Good. I hope so. Because if we come back tomorrow and you don't happen to have those 80 gold pieces, well, let's just say you won't want to find out what happens. Are we clear?
I'm Crystal.
Very good. Thank you. You have a good day, Miss Est. She kind of
You
tips
too,
her hat to you.
Captain Bitch.
She turns and exits the bakery. The other Stormfang Buccaneers sort of sneer at you, Muffy, as they follow behind Captain Bish. One laughs, sort of like this, like evil sort of chuckle under their breath, and another one grabs a pastry from your shelf, just kind of like stares at you, and just like kind of bites into it and walks out. Just
It wasn't one of the lemon seed, was it?
yes, it was. No, it wasn't one of the lemon
Oh,
seeds. I'm
thank
just
God.
kidding. It was like a pastry that you had kind of on the shelf, just like available.
Okay, good.
Just kind of like as the door closes behind you.
Fucking ears. Fuck. I just like punch a bag of flour off to the side in anger. Like, today's not my day. Don't even know if I have 80 gold. I don't have 80 gold. Dang it.
Why don't you want to search around for it?
Yeah.
Roll an
I mean, I know how
investigation check.
much. Okay.
You have your gold, right? How much does the shop have? Let's find out.
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8.
Mm-hmm.
So, depending on where you were going to roll, is how much you were going to have. You go into like your cash register. It's like a couple silver. You're like, shit. You go to your back sort of office area where you keep like a small little like safe, kind of take out a key, kind of unlock it. You look inside, just one like nice piece of platinum in there. That's
One
it.
platinum.
One platinum.
Not enough. It's not enough. That's 10 gold for anyone who's curious.
Yeah, sorry.
Dang it. Here, let me go to my inventory. Well, maybe if the person gives me the best review ever, then tomorrow, by the time they come around, we'll have plenty of gold.
Ding.
Hi.
The door of the bakery swings open, and Belrim, the half orc with the heart of gold, steps inside. His towering frame casts an imposing shadow, but his gentle demeanor, of course, puts you at ease from a familiar face. Um, I saw that the Storm Train Buccaneers were in here. Are you all right? What happened?
Are you? They shook me down. I don't know what. Have you heard about this? They're asking for more money now. I don't know. This city is just. I don't have it.
Yeah, that's been a complaint of a lot of people nowadays.
They don't even do anything. They do nothing.
I know, but there's like a lot of them, and what are we supposed to do about it?
I don't know. But all I know is that the food critic is supposed to be here soon. He hasn't been here yet. And everything around me is crumbling. My life is crumbling, and I have no idea what to do, Belram.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean, that sounds awful. What did they ask for tribute? Are they asking for tribute?
80 gold.
Oh, sort of digs in his pocket. He takes out a couple gold, puts it on the counter. He's
I hope this can help. Take your money. No, I don't.
No. I mean, I like you, Muffy, so I want to help you.
Okay, I'll very reluctantly take it. Thank you. Hopefully, we can get it together. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna break my knees or take my shop or whatever. And apparently, today was Adaya's and I's anniversary, and I had no idea. It's not even that I forgot.
Your anniversary?
I've just got so much on my mind. I'm trying to keep this shop afloat. I love her, and it's like, okay, it's one day, big deal. I don't know.
Oh my!
I feel bad. I feel bad.
I forgot my girlfriend's anniversary once, and she left me. Well,
I sure hope she doesn't leave.
Yeah, I don't know about it. Well, what's important? I mean, it sounds like you need money.
Yeah, what's important right now is that when the food critic comes in here, he has the best experience they've ever had. Ever. Period. Full stop. I think that's honestly the only way. If tomorrow there's a review in the paper and it's shining, then everyone's going to want to come in and we can maybe make 80 gold. I'll just, maybe upcharge.
How long did they give you to get the gold?
Till this time tomorrow.
Oh. That doesn't leave you very long. What if the food critic doesn't come?
Belram, we're thinking positively tonight. The positive thoughts. He's going to come. Because if he doesn't, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what you're going to do either. Well, I mean, I have some good ways you could make money, but I mean, I don't know if you want to hear those.
What do you mean?
I mean, well, if you need cash, there's plenty of places to go find cash in town, but,
you mean like the paycheck advance?
That, I don't think those places are here. That might be in Crag Coast, but
okay.
Not here.
What do you mean then?
I mean, the thing is that, there's the squared circle. The squared circle is it's like a fighting club. They fight people, and you can bet on the fights, and you can do that stuff.
How much money can you make by fighting or betting on fighting? Can you make 80 gold in one night?
I mean, I guess, yeah. If you get the right fighters, you might be able to, or you might even be able to fight yourself. But I don't know. Do you like to fight? Have you ever fought before?
My eyes go to the spatula with my name engraved on it, and then I look back at him. I mean, I can hold my own.
Okay, well, pay for people to fight, and then you can win part of the winnings if you win. But
so
there's one spot.
Okay, thank you for keying me. I didn't realize you could win money doing that.
Yeah, it's down in the Cinders district. You can find it there. I go there
Okay.
all the time.
And what was the other thing?
And then yeah, there's a guy. There's a navigational company down by the port. It's called the Scale Navigation Company, and the guy who owns it, Yak Davish, is he's he's looking for people to do stuff,
Where is
like
he again?
pay
Where is that
to
place?
do stuff. That's down in the port.
Okay. All right. Well, I
The thing
guess
is,
if
you'd
I.
have to leave here
What time is it? What time would
if
I
the
need to
food
be at
critic
the fight
comes.
club?
Well, the fights happen all day long. I think
Well, what time is it now?
it's about like mid afternoon.
What time does my I'm assuming my store closes at a certain point?
Like nightfall. Yeah.
Okay. So if I go after nightfall, do you think I'll be able to find a fight? Just because I don't want to miss the food critic, because that could be the golden ticket right there.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, you could go after night. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be a good spot.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I might do that. I might do that. Thank you.
All right. Cool. All right. Well, good luck. Hope those two
Yeah.
gold help.
Thank you, Belram. I really appreciate that. I
You're
add the
welcome.
2 gold to my inventory.
All right. Belram walks out. And now we're sort of mid afternoon, waiting for the food critic. Ding. Door opens.
I look in, like, expect, like, fully hoping that it's gonna be the food critic. Hello.
It's a Daya again.
My heart falls. Hey, baby, I am so sorry about earlier. I'm just my head
Oh,
is in the clouds, and I want to make it right. And as soon as this food critic is here, we're gonna deal with it, get him good experience, and then everything's gonna be better. I promise. I'm gonna pay attention to the calendar more. I'm sorry, my head's just it's nowhere good. I'm sorry.
it's too late, Muffy.
Don't
It's
say
too
that.
late.
Don't say that.
I need time. I need time and I
Adaya.
need space. I need time and I need space. I always see you working here. Where I work here sometimes too, and it feels like our lives are just this bakery. It's all it is. Bakery all the time, doing the baked good things, making muffins. When all I want is your muffin, but I don't get enough of it. And look, it's just I don't know if I can do it anymore. I need some time to think about it.
Baby, you love my muffin.
Well, I'm gonna have to love your muffin from a distance because
No. Don't
I'm going to Whisperwind. I'm leaving.
No. Don't
Mm-hmm.
leave. Don't go to Whisperwind.
Yes, my
I
friend
need
Darpy is
you.
taking me today. Nope, I'm
Who?
leaving now. Darpy, you've met her.
I thought you were just friends.
We are just friends.
But but what about us?
Well, when you've gotten your priorities straight, you can come find me in Whisperwind and we'll talk about it. Goodbye, Muffy.
Don't do this, Ataya. Don't leave me. I need you. I need your muffin.
She rolls her eyes, walks out the door. Ding-a-ling.
I can't even I don't fuck. Just head down on the counter again.
Ding-a-ling.
What? Hello. Yes. Hi. Hello. Hi.
Hello. Mm-hmm. Hello.
My head perks up. Hi.
Hello, is this
Welcome.
muffins? Is this muffins and more?
It certainly is muffins and more. Hi. You don't happen to be You wouldn't happen to be Dr. Relish, would you?
So there's this human man. He walks in. He's wearing a nice black coat, sort of off-white shirt, black pants, black boots. He's got a hat of some sort. Leave that to your imagination of what kind of hat it is. He's carrying around a sort of journal he's got in his hand. He's already got a sort of writing utensil out. He looks directly at you, sort of squints his eyes. Yes, I am Dr. Relish.
I love your column. I'm happy you're here. Would you like something to eat?
Well, that's the exact reason I'm here. Of course, I'd like something to eat,
Okay,
please.
great. What can I get you?
Ah, yes. Well,
May I recommend the lemon poppy seed muffins?
he pauses for a second. Well, I'll take what you recommend then. Yes.
I get him a lemon poppy seed muffin and pour him a hot cup of coffee. Cream and
Should I
sugar?
just stand here in the middle of the room?
Oh, I would never ask someone of your stature to do that. I unhook some of the kitchen twine and motion to his reserved seat with the beautiful bouquet of jasmine flowers.
He watches as you take the kitchen twine off of the chairs and he goes, "How quaint." Writes something
I,
down in his journal.
uh,
uh,
your seat, your seat.
Thank you. Sits down. Are you going to stand here and watch me eat?
I turn around and realize that I'm still standing next to him and walk off and look at everyone but him.
So he sits down and he sort of takes in what is in front of him. He starts by sipping the coffee, and he does this like a wine sort of kind of deal with the wine as he's like taking the coffee in. Just gives one of those noises. Looks down
I
at the
just
muffin,
mhm.
picks it up, turns it over, looks at the bottom of the muffin, breaks it open. Like, just breaks the muffin open.
I almost say something but don't.
Yeah. Gives it this, like, really obnoxious sniff. Puts it down.
Mm-hmm.
And just spends the next 2 minutes staring at it. Just stares at it for 2 minutes.
Would you like some butter for that?
Points his finger up.
Sorry. Okay. Taking a bite.
Takes a bite.
Mm-hmm.
Chewing it around, sort of washing it around the cheeks as a muffin, as awful as that would be with a muffin. I don't know if you've ever done that with a muffin, but
Yeah.
not that your muffins are awful, but
it was a natural twine muffin.
it was a natural tray muffin. Puts it down. Starts writing in his journal. No facial expression. Just writes in his journal.
I think to say something, but realize that this man has no interest in speaking to me, or it doesn't seem like he does. Can I roll an insight to see what he's feeling about this muffin?
Sure.
I believe that's a 13.
13. So he's pretty stoic. And the fact that he's pretty stoic is really sort of covering up a lot of the emotion that's happening underneath. With a 13, you can see that he's not put off by it. There's no like sign of him being put off by it, certainly.
Okay. Would you like anything
He
else?
finishes writing in his journal, claps it closed. No, I think I'm good. Thank you. Gets up,
Great.
slides the chair out, just like takes his napkin, just drops it into the chair. Have a nice day. And walks out with a wry smile on his face.
After a moment after he's gone, I walk over to the door. I lock it. I pull the shades and press the close or do the closed sign. I sit behind the counter where no one can see me, and I burst into tears. and I just cry for a while. It's
Do
been
you
a
want to
hard
like
day.
roll it? Do you want to like roll a check for your crying or anything? No, I'm just kidding.
How good do I cry?
Good do you cry? How deep is the sob?
It's
Oof, yeah,
just
rough day
with
for Muffy Zest.
rough day. I mean, with Daya breaking up with me, or taking a break at least, with I don't know about that person. That person she was with, just friends. Who
Darpy,
knows?
yeah, Darpy, yeah,
Darpy. I don't know about
Darpy.
Darpy. We're not Polly, so and even if we were, I get bad vibes from Darpy. And now 80 gold that I don't have. I have like 20 gold right now, and I am and certainly just like so sad and broken. Like, what if this person leaves a bad review? What if they break my kneecaps tomorrow? And I'm just like, slowly but surely, my sadness kind of shifts into anger of like, or at least frustration. Like, the world is very much against me today. And that's very upsetting because there's like, yes, could I have, and I'm kind of like, as I'm sobbing, saying this out loud to myself, like, could I have remembered the anniversary? Yes, I could have, but I didn't. Could I have known about the increase in whatever? That's not in my control. That is just something I couldn't have controlled. And I also can't control that this idiot Dr. Rella, she's not probably not even a doctor. He's probably didn't even get a degree. And like my fists clench, like I want to beat up Dr. Rush. I just, and I grab. And the spatula she gave me, is that like a pretty hefty spatula?
No, it's probably like it's heftier in weight, but it's probably got the same like sort of feel as like a regular spatula, maybe like a little bit heavier.
Okay. I mean, I looked at the spatula, but then I looked at my baking pins and I'm like, fuck this. And I grab them and I put them in my bag and I beeline to the fight club in the Cinders district.
Okay, there you go. So with a renewed determination, Muffy leaves her bakery out the back door with a slam shut closed and heads over to the Cinders district. So let's get you to the Cinders district now.
I'm about to change the music in my headphones to something like tavern music.
There
By the
you
way,
go.
hi
That's
chat.
the way you do it.
How y'all doing?
I feel like we're doing Muffy therapy right now. I feel
We
like
kind of are doing Muffy therapy.
this got deep.
It did get kind of deep.
Muffy goes to the sports. Okay. So you head on over to the squared circle. And this is located about a couple streets over from you in what's known as the Cinders District. So you're moving out of the Hornswoggler's Hill District, which is more like the business district. There's that really big market. There's, of course, Coffee Cove, had a lot of the shops and a lot of the businesses that operate in the city. And you're now moving into another district of the city. And as you move and cross kind of over that threshold into the new district, a different sort of feel and architecture comes about. As you step into the district of the Cinders, you're immediately greeted by a haunting yet resilient scene. Ruins and burnt remnants of once vibrant buildings stand tall, bearing the scars of what. Go ahead and roll a history check for me, real quick, just while I'm reading this. Bearing scars of a massive fire. Ash and soot.
17 plus something.
So these scars and this fire that has ravaged this part of the city was part of the Great Fire of Smuggler's Refuge, a fire that burned in the city. Ash and soot cover the neglected parts of the Cinders, giving the area an eerie and somber atmosphere. The scorch marks on the buildings and the rooftops serve as a constant reminder of the devastating event that reshaped that part of the city. Yet, amid the destruction, life perseveres, as some buildings do remain mostly intact and habitable. The people of Smuggler's Refuge, specifically the Cinders, have exemplified their strength and fortitude, continuing to make their home in these burnt remnants, turning the cinders into a testament of their resilience. The air carries a mix of aromas, wood smoke from nearby chimneys, this faint scent of fresh bread from a nearby bakery, a hint of saltiness from the sea breeze that whispers through the ruins. The occasional creak of a dilapidated building and the hushed murmurs of inhabitants paint a vivid picture of life in this resilient and storied district. So it's sort of like this half-burnt part of town that just like stayed half-burnt. They never really like built it back up, but life went on there, and it's now still just like a vibrant part of town. It's just people are it's just half-burnt. So
Makes sense.
you make your way down there, and while I do that, I'm gonna roll that. Okay. Oh no, sorry, it's a D20. Always fun to roll a D20. All right, we'll do that one. So as you are walking through the cinders, you see a patrol of pirates. They are in not really matching uniforms, kind of walking in formation, kind of just like rousing around the streets as they're walking down the side street, and they're walking directly towards you.
Like towards me or in my direction?
In your direction. So you're coming together. So like as you're walking one way towards the squared circle, which you are familiar with where that potentially could be, they're walking in the opposite direction towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of just like curve around them and let them have their space.
They appreciate that, and as you sort of start to cross paths, they look over at you. They go, "Hey, what are you doing here?"
Don't snap at me. Don't snap at me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right. I was just wondering what you're doing here.
What is a woman not allowed to be in the Cinder District? What is this, a man's part of town?
One of the other pirates like slaps the guy who snapped at you and said, "Let her go. She's right. Hey, shut up." And they keep moving along.
Fucking man, disgusting. Keep walking.
That went exactly how I wanted that to get. So as you get, I'm serious. So as
I believe it.
So as you get close to the squared circle, you start to look around sort of these half-burnt buildings, and you notice one that's like a little bit livelier. You know, it's got like a little bit more noise coming out of it. It is this sort of warehouse-looking thing. It's weathered. It's adorned with kind of these big, imposing barn doors, and the barn doors are punctuated with these like small little entrances that are carved within the barn doors themselves. And it's got nice wooden walls that been, worn and sort of charred a bit, and then these like large frosted windows sort of at the top of this barn that stretch all the way around.
Okay.
You hear some shouting coming from inside.
I'm in the right place. I head in.
You walk into the warehouse, and suspended from the ceiling's rafters, there are these yellow lanterns that cast this like ambient glow over the whole area, and occasionally you kind of see a like a bird sort of in the rafters, fluttering from one rafter to another. And then around, kind of in this warehouse, you see like, first what you see is this like group of spectators in front of you, or group of people in front of you, and you kind of look around, and they're kind of like all circling what looks like, as you now walk in fully, this sort of sunken floor, like sunken into the foundation a bit, maybe about a human height down, but enough to, enough to be sunken into the floor. And it is a dirt floor. All around you, as you get close to the railing to look down into this dirt floor, you see everyone has like congregated around the sides of the railings here, around the whole warehouse. There are crates, barrels where people are like sitting, watching, and the room is full of spectators surrounding this ring. And they're looking down at something that's going on. And as you see, there are two fighters. There's a burly half-orc and a gruff-looking dwarf kind of just like trading blows as the crowd watches. And like there's like a soft kind of loud, no, sorry, not soft. There's like a loud murmur around. And then occasionally there's like a oh, and like a oh from the crowd, as like someone like lays a punch. And the crowd is kind of anxiously awaiting a knockout.
I take note of this fight, but I'm not as interested because I have things to do here. Number one, I go to the bar. Is there a bar?
There
Assuming.
is a bar. It's a makeshift bar, but it's a bar. Yeah, it's over in like one of the corners of the warehouse.
I walk to that. I say, shot of espresso, please.
Bartender takes out. He kind of looks at you quizzically, thinks about it for a second, brings back like this little cup that he's filled, puts it in front of you. I think that's this.
Does it look like espresso?
Oh yeah, it's brown.
Okay. I slam it.
It's like really cold espresso.
It's fine. Whatever. It's the
Mostly
power I
water.
need. I put,
It
I'm
does the
assuming,
deal.
a silver on the table.
He's like, thanks.
Yeah,
Puts it
silver.
down. Roll
And
a
then
perception check.
okay,
Go ahead. Go ahead, and then after you're done, roll a perception
11.
check. So you see in another corner, kind of the opposite corner of the warehouse, there's a group that like waits around these kind of like two individuals, and like people are like waving like gold, or they're like trading gold, exchanging like little papers and stuff like that. Um, that's what's happening in the corner over there.
Yeah, I go over there and look for who's in charge.
Yeah, so when you kind of push your way through that crowd, you finally see there are two figures that are sort of like look like they're in charge. One is a shadowy figure, and they're wearing this like white and black mask that covers their head, except for like the eyes and the mouth region. So like those are open. They wear this like black tricorn hat, black shirt, black knee coat, and dark boots. And then next to them, hair pulled back in a ponytail with like a black ribbon, white high collar, black coat, black pantaloons, white knickers, black shoes with a buckle on them. And they're like, the one with the ponytail is kind of like talking to people, just collecting gold, like giving out gold here. The other one is collecting gold, talking to another person.
I'm looking for who to talk to make money. I say it kind of just to the group.
It's pretty loud there. It's pretty loud.
I say it much
So nobody
louder.
hears you. Everyone kind of stops, like stares at
Who do
you.
I need to talk to make 80 gold tonight?
Are you looking to fight? Says
Sure.
the one with the ponytail.
Is
Oh,
that the okay?
hey, Kamish, another fighter.
Hi.
Yeah, bring him over.
Excuse me?
So bring him over.
She, her pronouns.
Bring them over is what. Sorry,
I
bring
figured.
M is. Sorry, that's what I meant. Of course. Hey, how's it going?
It's been a tough day, but I'm here to fight and make 80 gold.
Okay.
What do I need to do?
All right. Yeah. Well, 80 gold. Let's see. Well, I mean, have you ever fought before?
A few times I've got some, and I open my bag and show the baking pins, and it's like this is what I use.
Kind of chuckles. Okay, well, whatever you got. Listen, here's what we do. We, if you're interested in fighting, I'll pay you 30 gold to fight. Everybody who fights gets 30 gold. Fair enough. If you win, I give you 25% of the pot.
How much is that, do you think?
Well, it depends on how many people bet on you. But I mean, you could win anywhere from 50 gold to 100 gold a night.
I'm in.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, I don't have a lineup right now, or I don't have you in a lineup right now, but let's see. Who do I got? And he looks back and kind of looks at like a rough sheet of parchment. And there you go. Higgs. You'll fight Higgs.
Great.
You got 2 fights in front of you.
I'm ready whenever.
Okay. So you will be fighting Higgs. So one fight goes on in front of you, before you, or two. I'm sorry, two fights go on, but the first one is was that half orc and the dwarf. They're kind of trading blows. It finally ends up that the dwarf is able to kind of pin the half orc, kind of bloody him up. They aren't moving, and they get knocked out. The next one, interesting enough, is a different type of fight. The crowd sort of disperses and then comes back together for this next fight. No one really announces the fights. No one really says what's happening. There's no like official announcement. It's just very much like
everyone like knows what's happening, so like they don't even need it, kind of thing.
They don't need it. Everybody knows what's happening. Everybody knows that like fighters are fighting. They're gonna like you bet on somebody, so on and so forth.
Can I kind of try and survey the room and see if I see a Higgs or like I don't even know if Muffy really cares right now. Muffy's probably like all in her head, just thinking about Adaya, thinking about the food critic, thinking about the money, probably just like not paying attention to the world around her, which is pretty normal for her.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think like that, yeah, like looking around, there's so many different types of people that could potentially be a fighter. Mostly the people in the room are definitely like dressed, like working class people, but some people look like they could potentially be a fighter, but you can't really pin like a Higgs down somewhere. You do notice that this next fight is a little bit different, as these two fighters, one is like a halfling and the other one is a just a human. They are doing a different type of fighting. It's definitely not a physical fight. They are like shooting spells at each other, and so like these like arcane sort of shots are coming out of their hands. The one human has a wand, and so he's like kind of like shooting like these spells at one another, until finally the human kind of like goes up in flames and is just like charred alive and doesn't die. But
oh my god,
doesn't
like,
die.
Damn, so, is it that kind of club?
The patrons kind of like get down there and like sort of like tap him out and kind of like carry him back up the steps.
I think there's like a bucket of water guy who just like constantly ready with a bucket of water.
Yeah. The person who was called Kamish kind of walks over to you, puts his hand on your shoulder and says,
"Don't touch me, man."
Sorry.
Look, it's just been a tough day, okay? I'm not trying to take anything out on you. I just don't like, I have a personal bubble, okay?
I get it.
Thank you.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
I reluctantly take out my baking pins.
All right, well, head on down.
All right.
Good luck.
Here we go. Thank you. And I'm just like, all right, who's this Higgs? I'm assuming like someone about my size.
So the crowd kind of grows a little quiet as you go down there.
Okay.
You're just not a fighter they've seen before. So, they're curious as to see who you are. And then you hear, just like as you make your way to the center of this sort of like dusty, dirt-filled ring, Higgs. And the crowd just like grows louder with this Higgs. Until it erupts. The crowd erupts into cheers as this bugbear just sort of like jumps over the railing on the opposite end of the ring from you. Just 2 feet on the floor, the dirt kind of busts into the air.
No, not a bugbear.
And looks at you and just kind of cracks the knuckles.
You're Higgs?
Doesn't say anything, just kind of growls.
To the chat and to anyone listening right now, I implore you, Google the word bugbear. It is one word, bugbear, and you'll know what this thing looks like.
So Higgs is a shirtless bugbear with brown pants that are ripped at the knees. Got light brown fur and pointed ears that also parallel the shape of his red-brown eyebrows. That was my note.
Well, I think to myself that I really can't. If I don't win this fight, then my life as I know it is going to end. And as terrifying as this is, and as much of as it's setting in that this is probably a very bad idea, I kind of have like the well, fuck it attitude in me right now. And I don't really have anything else. So the only way out is forward. And I just kind of wield my baking pins and brace for the worst.
So he's got a pretty big club. He kind of like drags it on the ground behind him as he walks towards you. Gives you a nice little smirk. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
All right. It's been so long since I've rolled for initiative. I have a +3. That's a 12 for initiative. And for those listening, initiative decides who goes first. That's all it is. Me or Higgs. And I got a 12.
Muffy, you are up first, and Higgs is up second.
I guess I'm gonna try and end this as quickly as possible. So I'm going to take my my baking pins and I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna try and just I guess I'm just gonna try and hit him in the head.
Okay.
With like both, like just hit him.
Yeah.
I've got 2 baking pins, so I believe I have 2 weapon fighting, so I can do that.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can use it like I think it would be your attack and your bonus action.
Yep. All right, let's do it. So I'm gonna roll to hit. I rolled an 18. Did I hit him?
That hits.
Okay. So for damage, I'm gonna roll a d6. Oh, that's a 6. So 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hit him again with the other one. That's cocked. That's a unnatural 20.
Yeah, you definitely hit.
And I'm assuming I do the modifier again, right?
Yeah, you do the modifier again. Correct.
That's a 6 total damage.
6 total. Okay, very good.
This one, I'm just trying to knock him out as quickly as I possibly can.
Yeah, you get the jump. You get the jump on Higgs, and you kind of like with the baking pins. You kind of like swing him forward and crash down right on Higgs's head. You make hits both times, and like really crack him against the skull. He's like, whoa! As he kind of like reels back. He's like reeling back now, and collects himself. And starts charging at you to run. Runs at you and decides to swing his club at you. Ooh, nat 1. Sort of swings over, but you are just like so in the zone that you kind of like duck down and like are able to miss it as quickly as he swings it. It is now your turn.
Perfect. Also, I was reading the 2 weapon fighting thing, and I don't add the ability modifier to that one.
But because of your feet, do you? Or because of your fighting style?
2 weapon fighting, right? Actions, opportunity, attack. It doesn't say that.
You know what we'll do? We'll figure that out after this.
Okay.
Add it for now, and we'll do it after.
All right. Cool. So, sorry. Repeat what he said. What happened again?
So, swings the club. You duck, are able to miss it perfectly. He is pretty reeling from those 2 hits to the head. So now it is your turn.
I'm going for two nut strikes.
Love it.
Straight in the cake pops, baby.
Straight in the cake pops.
Oh man, this transflag rolling for me well. 21 on the first hit.
Hits for
and
sure.
Then another 21. Jeez.
Wow.
Okay. So that's going to be 6 and cocked. Roll different dice. 4. So 10 total damage.
10 total damage. Okay. So 1 nut shot, 2 nut shot. It's like a cartoon, like, sort of deal. Like,
that's why you get those removed, Higgs.
And he falls back onto his ass, and it's just like, so from the seated position, he's going to try and swing up with his great club at you to see if he can get you. 19?
That hits.
All right, 19 hits. All right, and he's going to use his brute force, sort of this extra damage, extra power he can put behind it. Ooh, yeah. Let's see what we get here. That's a good one. 12?
Damage?
Yeah.
How much do I even have that? Oh my god. That brings me to 1 hit point.
Okay, so it smacks you, just like as you're like sort of like leaning sort of forward, being like, "Ha ha! I got you in the balls!" Like you just sort of like he swings up and just clocks you across the face with his club, just smacking your jaw. You hear it crack a little bit, but it certainly like doesn't put you out completely, but definitely is straight up ringing in your ears right now.
That is what I was trying to avoid. Ouch. Okay. I'm going to use my second wind to use a bonus action to regain 1d10 plus 1 HP,
Cool.
which is going to end up being 7 HP, which is very helpful.
Great. Absolutely.
So it's going to bring me from 1 HP to 8, which is pretty much saving my life right now. All right. Oh, not 9. 8. I have to do 1 damage. All right. I mean, I have no choice but to try and hit him again. I only have 1 attack because I used my bonus action to heal myself. So that's a 23. I'm just
definitely
I feel like
hits.
he's so large, it's kind of hard to miss him.
Yeah, I know.
Another 9 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I'm going to take my I would love for Flavor to make this like a 2-weapon strike, even though I know it's just 1. Can I take the thing and just like take my baking pins and like whack him on either side of the head at the same time in the ears, so it's sort of like, so he gets like the birds around his head?
Yes, yes. It's like at first it's like a cartoon, like his face like smashes in like Space
Yeah.
Jam, Michael Jordan style, and like and then oh, he falls backward. Birds flying around his head. Just is passed out from the amount of pain that he's in, and the crowd silent. They are just silent.
I look around and I kind of wait. Muffy. No?
And the crowd goes, Muffy, 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 and the whole crowd is chanting it,
That's right. That's right.
Erupts into applause.
Muffy wins today. Muffy needed a win today. Muffy got
wins today.
Few wins.
So you head back up out of the ring, sort of after dusting yourself off, kind of getting your jaw back centered, and you head back over to the commissioner, who's kind of just like nodding his head at you.
I extend.
Well done, lady.
Thank
well
you.
done, lady.
Thank
you. Impressive. You know, Higgs. Before I promise I will pay you.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Before Higgs, I mean, my, like, wow.
Don't underestimate a lady.
Higgs is one of the best fighters around here. So I'm not underestimating you. All I'm saying is that, well done. Well done.
I'll tell you what. What's your name again? Kamish? Or just Kamish?
Just call me Kamish. Yeah.
Kamish, look. Between you and me, it's been a long day. And I lost some stuff today. But I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to win something back. Also, how do you feel about lemon poppy seed muffins?
He looks at you. I love lemon poppy seed muffins.
Good. You come down, muffins and more, 1 on the house.
Oh, thank you. That is very kind of you.
Anytime.
You might not know who I am when I come down, but I'll be there.
That's fine.
Points to the mask.
Right. You can just just wear the mask and I'll know.
Also, I apologize if it seemed like I was misgendering you. I wasn't back there.
I'm just very sensitive to these things. Earlier today, while Muffy was out dining at a restaurant, someone misgendered me and it really upset Muffy. and Muffy's just a little sensitive right now, and she apologizes.
That's okay. No apologies necessary. Totally understand. All right. Well, it looks like I owe you some gold, right? All right. Let's see what we got here. Hands over the 30 gold. This is for fighting. Well done. Starts tabulating. You know what? Give me a second. Let me tabulate what I got here.
Muffy is tabulating on her own D&D Beyond currently to figure out exactly how much gold she has.
I'm going to roll a D100 to see how big the pot was. Now, depending on the roll, I might roll two. Let's see what happens.
Possible.
No, it's pretty good. Pretty good. And now I'm going to do some math because I don't know how to do math.
Okay, so we're currently, for anyone keeping track, we had 20 before the fight. We were just handed 30, which puts us at 50 gold, and we need 80 to keep the shop.
80 to keep the shop. Let's see what we get.
Timothy's doing the math. Muffy is counting her coins.
It might not be as much as you want.
Frick.
All right, here you are. Hands over 20 gold.
20 gold?
20 more gold.
Thank you. Are you sure this was the right amount?
Well, I mean, to be honest, you had one of the biggest pots of the night here, so this is a good one. A lot of people thought Eggs was gonna win, so I mean,
right.
They bet pretty hard on this one. So that, like I said, biggest pot of the night that I had.
I get that. I appreciate that. Here's the reality. My reality. I currently have. I don't even have 70. I have 60 gold and 7. Wait, why does it say I have to? Oh, because I have a platinum. I have 70 gold right now. If I need 10 more, can you? Is there any way I can make? Can I fight again? Is there anything I can do? Because I'm gonna lose my. That free lemon poppy seed muffin is not gonna exist if I don't have 10 more gold in my pocket by the end of the night.
Look, I love myself a poppy seed muffin. Don't get me wrong here. Don't get me wrong. I also have a business to run, just like you.
I get that.
I also wait. You said you were gonna lose.
I'm gonna lose my business. The freaking, have you heard of Colonel Bitch? What's her name? Captain Bish? Colonel Bish? Lieutenant?
He looks at, oh, you're in deep with the Stormfang Buccaneers, huh?
Well, that's the thing. I don't even know why I'm in deep. They just came in demanding more today. I don't have any money. I don't know what they want from me. That's why I'm here.
Oh, listen. They're up everybody's asses. Yours, mine. They're up everybody's.
We all like a little backdoor play sometimes, but not with Colonel Bish.
Not with Colonel Bish. Not with the Stormfang Buccaneers.
Certainly not.
I'm sorry, Muffy. This is I've got a business to run. Go ahead and roll a persuasion. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Natural 13, probably plus a couple. 15.
Sorry, Muffy. That's the best I got.
Okay. Hey, are you familiar with Yacht Dabush by the by the pier?
Name doesn't ring a bell. Sorry.
Okay. Wow.
Where's my D20? Where'd you go? Fuck, did you get a D20? Oh, wait. Yak.
Davish. Yes. Sorry, it's such a tough name.
No,
I can never pronounce it.
It's okay. Yes. Down by the port. Yak Davish. Nice guy. Owns a navigation company. I haven't really worked with him, but I knew him a long time ago.
Okay. Thank you.
Why do you ask?
I don't know. Maybe I was been told that he's looking for people. Maybe he can help me make a few extra gold tonight. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for somebody, Yak's probably a good person to help you make some gold.
Yeah. I guess this night can't really end. I guess I could. I don't know. Do you think that Colonel Bitch would be cool with 70? Or would she make a big deal out of it being 10 short?
That's a good question.
Because I'm pretty tired.
Well, I mean, you can always try. I don't really know. I mean, these Stormfang Buccaneers, they're pretty ruthless. They're starting to become a pain in my ass if you do ask me. If you ask me,
Maybe
they
we should.
really are.
Someone needs to do something about them.
Oh, that's what I've been saying. But what am I? Just stay in my lane here. Just run my fight club.
I appreciate you, Kamish. You're nice. You're a nice person. You're a sweet guy. Actually, I
Thank
don't
you.
know if you're a guy or not. You could be you could be anything. I don't even know your pronouns, Kamish.
Yeah, I keep them pretty secret. So
I feel that. I get it. I respect it.
thank you. It's the mask. That's what I do
Yeah,
the mask
I get that. You ever seen The Mask? That one stage play about a guy who finds a mask,
for.
eyes
Not
get
into theater.
big, spins
Never been into
around.
theater.
Never been.
Never been into theater. Never.
I believe played by God, what's his name? Jimothy Correa? I forget. Cameron Diaz.
You could say his or her name, and I wouldn't know who they were.
Yeah, that's fair. You said you wouldn't go to
I hate the theater.
Anyways,
I hate the theater. I hate it. I'm sorry. I hate it.
it's fine.
It's not
It's
even
fine.
good.
It's
It's not
fine.
even good. We have a theater in
Look,
town. Never been. Lived here 20 years. Never been.
I mean, all the theater we need is the fight ring. Am I right?
That's it. The squared circle. That's what we're here for.
Good to meet you, Kamish. And then I head out.
Good luck, Muffy.
Thank you.
Come back if you ever want to fight again.
Oh yeah. I mean, hey, this helped me get out some aggression. I needed to get that out in a big way.
Hey, it's always here for you.
Great. All right. I head out.
So you head out of the squared circle. The night kind of moves on for them. Um, you're not sure like if there's fights happening after you or not. And you head back out into the Cinders district. You're now in the Cinders district again. Where do you want to go?
Honestly, I'm just gonna stop by Yacht Davish real quick just to check in, because like to see if there's even a chance of me making 10 gold by the end of the evening.
Sure, sure. Let's see. All right, so you start heading down through the Cinders. You're going again, through that same part of town, walking by the burnt ruins of what were prominent parts of the city that are still prominent parts of the city, but just with sort of burnt architecture. And as you make your way through, you finally get to a threshold to the next part of the city, which is the port.
Mm.
And as you're walking through the Cinders, you kind of see out in the distance a bit of glowing lantern light, um, and you hear a familiar sound of sort of the waves crashing in on the cliff faces that surround the city. You know this to be, of course, where all the major ships come through. Some of your muffins have even made their way onto several of these ships to be exported to different parts around the world and things like that. Several of the sailors who come into the city always love to stop by Muffins and More to see, Muffy and get some baked goods. They're some of your regular customers.
Mm.
And you walk into this part of town. As you're walking through this area, everything is much more built up. It's not burnt. It's kind of the typical architecture of Smuggler's Refuge with sort of stone buildings, wooden sort of accents on the windows and the doors. The roofs are sort of terracotta, although at this point the sun has sort of now set and it's getting pretty dark. So you're seeing a lot of this through the lantern light that hangs off of the different doorways and windows and throughout the streets. You walk through this big, large square in the center of the city, or the center of the port, which is kind of like the south of the city, but it's a pretty big square, although it is in a circle. But it's a big opening. And in the different sort of areas of the opening, you walk into one of like the spokes. It's almost like got spokes of tires that lead to different parts of the city. You walk in through one of those spokes into the center of that square. In the center, there is a really intricate and pretty fountain. It's kind of just doing its thing as a fountain. That part of the port has sort of died down for the night. There's not much really going on there. And you notice that in one corner there's the large temple. It's the well-known Temple of Asara, which is like a pretty decent-sized temple, not super big, not cathedral style, but pretty decent size. And then there are spokes that go to the other part of the city.
Okay.
Roll me a history check with advantage because you're from Smuggler's Refuge to see if you know where Yak is.
Natural 17 plus 1, 18.
Okay. So on another corner or another sort of like pie of this square, this one of the spokes that goes out. That the Seagale Navigation Company, or Yak Davash calls his residence, is in one of the corners there, one of those spokes, and you see the warehouse, the distinctive warehouses. There are two warehouses sitting next to each other, and then sort of like an administrative building off of those, like a third building. The barn doors, which would normally be open, are closed. And as you get closer, you see some of the crates and the barrels that are like stacked up on the side of the warehouse. They have Seagale Navigation Company sort of, painted on the side to denote where they belong. You walk around the go ahead.
Bang, bang, bang on the big doors, unless there's like a more obvious way for me to get in.
Yeah, so you bang, bang, bang on the barn doors. Nobody answers. So you walk around, and there is the third building, which is more of like the office building, is like up on a raised foundation, and there's like a ramp that kind of walks up to that goes up to a doorway with like a wooden sign that says Seagale Navigation Company sort of painted on it, and it swings in kind of the evening breeze.
I let myself in.
It is locked.
Fuck. So just can I insight, like no one's here is what I'm getting. Like Yak Davish is not available.
Insight, it's late. Yeah, it's the evening. This is past your business hours, let's say. So
Okay. Bye, Ollie. Thank you. Ollie's leaving in the chat. And yeah, I mean, I think that I'm probably just gonna hang my head and walk home and go to bed.
And that's what you do. You walk home. You make the trudge kind of through the port, through that same circle square that you walked through with the fountain, down the roads all the way to. Do you live at your? You don't live at your bakery. You walk to your
little flat.
Yeah, your flat that's located in. We'll say it's located in the Port District. You're familiar with that area, so
yeah.
You kind of go up to your flat. It's pretty lonely, without your girlfriend there, and sort of hang your head and kind of go to sleep for the evening, ready to figure out what to do the next day.
I think that's a good place to leave it for now. Mm-hmm. That being said, hopefully we will find some hope in episode 2.
I think so.
Yeah. Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome.
That was a lot of fun. I did.
Good.
I'm excited. We brought Muffy down a peg or 10.
Or a lot. Yeah. Poor Muffy.
Yeah. Poor Muffy.
But this is a redemption story.
Oh, yeah.
This is a redemption story. So
we're growing up from here.
Muffy's going up. Muffy's going. Oh, yeah. Oh, not hopefully. It will happen. It's just a matter of, but it's all up to Muffy.
That's true. The fate of Muffy is in Muffy's hands.
That's true.
Her very capable and strong hands, apparently.
Very capable and strong hands in a place where not always seen as that, and so it's this is.
I mean, Higgs didn't stand a chance. He did get me down to 1 HP. That was not good, but we
Higgs
got him.
Laid one heavy hit on you, but
that was a big hit.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah. Well, thank you,
close,
Timothy, and thank you, lovelies, for listening. I don't know when we're going to do this next. Hopefully soon. Maybe next week. Maybe the 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll see. I'm glad you liked it. Ashlyn in the chat said it was fun. Don said, what a fine story. I agree. It was fun. Yeah, cool. Any parting thoughts, Timothy, before we head out?
No, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to play D&D with you. And lovelies, thank you so much for listening to my story and letting me drone on about pirates. So I appreciate that.
We love it.
Always. Super excited for the next one. It's definitely gonna be a series, Ashlyn, for sure.
Yes, Ashlyn says definitely needs to be a series. I agree.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we can't leave it at this. Oh gosh, no, can't leave
Certainly
it at that.
not. We can't leave it at the bummer point. Tim, your mind is crazy good. I agree. Tim's mind is great.
Oh, thank you so much. It's very kind.
All right. my friends, thank you for listening. I'll see you next time. And until then, stay lovely.